Hello everyone and welcome to another trickingbasics.com tutorial. Today we're going over the cork. This is a really fun trick that it's not too crazy difficult once you get the hang of it. Bang. That's what I said, bang. But I muted it. Alright, so what you want to do is get into your swing takeoff, and then you want to swing. What I do is I pull my arms back really hard, spot in the direction that I'm traveling, and then twist. I think B-twist from that point. Sounds a little complicated, but I'm going to break it down in this little breakdown bit of the tutorial. Okay, so pick your favorite swing takeoff. A lot of people learn it from Scoot. I like just doing a Euro step, J step, whatever, swing step. You want to swing, and to me it feels like I'm pulling really hard to the side, like it looks like there, but it doesn't actually look like that when I do that. But I get here and then I twist. I twist with my arms, I twist with my legs, I twist with my head, I spot the ground, and then put my leg out and land it. Bit of an oversimplification, but essentially that's all it is. It's like a B-twist from a swing takeoff. I think the hardest part is being comfortable with swinging if you're inverted. I'm sorry, twisting if you're inverted. And that's one thing that can throw people off. But before I continue, I want to show you that there is more than one way to do this, more than one way that I'm explaining here. What I just did there, it looked like a crunchy crunchy cork, a tucked cork, which is fine. My corks aren't the best. But what I'm doing is I'm lifting straight back. And the reason why I want to explain this to you is because this is how I learned cork. I learned it from to me it felt more like a full, and people from tumbling backgrounds can benefit from this idea more. But you run the chance of throwing a gainer full, which is a little bit more difficult. But it's something Bailey Payne told me. He told me, throw it back, straight back. Don't throw it at an angle. But I've learned that throwing it at an angle can make it look more like a Micah Carnes, Devin Ingram kind of cork. So I've played around with it, and I like the angle idea more because it's made landing my corks much easier. So let's go over this progression here. What I'm doing is I want to swing, get to where I'm facing my direction of travel, and then B-twist, right? So I'm just using a mat. So if you see what I just did there, I just swung onto my body. Now I swung onto my back. Added just a little half twist. Now I'm going to try to swing and do a full twist. And that's pretty much what a cork is. So I'm taking those steps. Now I'm trying to land on my knees. And that's essentially what you want to do. And I recommend if you are using a mat, do it on the mat. Don't do it off the mat, landing on the mat. Because then you have to think about not hitting the mat, and that's going to mess up your swing and your whole angle of everything. Okay? So play around with it, try to get more power out of it like I just did, and didn't work for me, but it's a lot easier to do on floor. If you can do it on a mat, you will have it on floor, undoubtedly. And this progression here, this is kind of how I learned how to do my corks. What I would do is I would swing my leg all the way up to the apex of the twist of the trick, and then twist as hard as I can, twisting everything. So stall and then just twist. You run the risk of doing a drill kick kind of thing, but as long as you're pulling around, you're pulling transversely, you're twisting transversely, you're going to land cork, because cork is kind of like a transversely turned drill kick, isn't it? So those are my two progressions. Play around with those. It's just about getting comfortable with the twist and ultimately getting comfortable with falling on a cork. I think that's very important. So let's go over some problems. The first one is the drill kick problem. If you feel like you're doing a drill kick, or you're landing in such a way that I am here, it could be because you're not flipping or transversely rotating enough. A cork, you need to pull around more. In this instance, I would say if you are drill kicking, you need to pull around more or flip more. I I think it's easier for beginners to learn how to pull around like so, because it is a transversely rotating flip. It helps to think about twisting once your leg is facing perpendicular to the direction you're traveling. So like a B-twist. So you want to wait till your body's turned almost all the way around and then execute the twist. All right, the next problem is rushing through the cork. If you try to flip and twist right when you leave the ground, it's going to end you short, facing in a way that you don't want to be facing. You want to make sure that you are setting with your cork. You want to make the swing takeoff powerful. So you want to have a nice high swing, set, and then twist. Kind of like the progression I was explaining, where you kind of watch your leg until it's at the apex and then twist. It's a fast, quick twist, so you only have to just twist really hard, and then it's over. By the time you know it, you'll be done. But I think it's a good idea, like I was just doing there, to set and then twist really hard. So pull all the way up, set, and then twist. Okay. The last one is not enough flip. Putting too much spin into your cork. And what you can see here is it kind of looks like almost a vertical cork. Not exactly, but what you're seeing is my head is not above my hips. And if you have this problem, then I recommend add more flip. You want to be pulling back more. You're not pulling around really hard to the side. That's just something that I've learned, that I've played with. If you do pull around really hard to the side, you're going to get too much twist, and your head is going to be above your hips, and it's not going to look like a cork at all. It's going to look like a swing twist kind of thing. But if this does help you learn your corks, by all means do it. But I recommend that you get a little bit more flip in your cork and not just throw it to the side really hard. So you got to find your own unique problems. That's the one thing about the cork. It's kind of finicky, but I think if you play around with it, you'll be able to get the hang of it. All right, so here are some of my corks at different angles for you to help you out. But yeah, that's my tutorial essentially. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Thanks for watching.